So,
Proceed.
so first of all, what I want to do is I want you to introduce yourself, right?
All right, my name is Basil Saunders. I'm in the industry from age 17 and I'm 45 now, I think. Yeah, that's what I was told about 1976. My mom said I'm 45. Yeah.
Okay.
I started as a mechanic. I started by accident, you know. My old man had several trucks.
Right.
And we had a Bedford truck that wanted kingpin and bushing. However, I used to leave KC every day and go by Jackson Road next door to Vaz Prep.
Yeah.
My uncle Donald's son has had a garage there. And I see them change several kingpin and bushing. So I convinced my father at age 13 that I can change it.
Right.
My older brother, tell my father says rubbish, and quite a few more persons say I'm stupid this. Anyway, may disassemble the truck, and it took me about 3 weeks to assemble it. And my father allow me the patience. He never rushed me no date. He allow me to go and figure things out by myself.
Right.
And then my uncle come down and used to whisper things in my father ears. And I believe that used to give my father that your confidence to know so well. Him know what he might do. Because my uncle named Donald Saunders, he was I believe one of 3 certified Mercedes technician in Jamaica.
In Jamaica, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
man. You can go Google that. This is no hearsay.
Right.
Dan Saunders, Jackson Road. And they said Dan Saunders.
We have to pay respect to the elders at all times. The one who guided us, and the one who motivated us, and the one who showed us the way at all times. You have to, pay due respects.
He had 3 government contracts: police, water, correctional service, and he had a next one. But the next big contract where he never get was your GIS, and GIS was down by Hanover Street.
Hanover Street. Okay.
Hanover Street,
service. Okay.
Samuel's
Garage.
The
garage, yes, on Hanover Street.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
GIS vehicle was your next big contract. And I don't believe a lot of folks know GIS had a huge fleet.
Well, of course, because they used to do recordings right across Jamaica.
Yeah, but the thing is, a lot of people.
Right, and they used to have the Sunday program that comes on, yeah.
A lot of people would have never believed that GIS had a fleet of vehicles. People would have just believed that GIS just have 2 patrol, 2 administrative car, and 1 next bearer bike.
Right.
GIS had a huge fleet. And from your there, the old man allow me fleet. And from there, it was come like, it was me propel. I got a work at a car dealership. Me and a friend named Howard Ains. We used to carry with tool in one mackerel bucket. Remember mackerel? Mackerel from
back,
bucket.
back then, before we have all these big fancy tool boxes and that you can push and disassemble and wheel them into the back of a pickup truck and all these things.
I'm going to tell you the embarrassment about it. He said whenever we work, we'd have to have cardboard, we throw the tool out on it. Because for you find a 10 socket, you can't find. You have to throw it out and then spread it out.
Yes, and then search for it, yeah.
Yo, that's embarrassing then, but such is life. And then we grow from your there. I got introduced to your guardsman from a bridging when named Bookie Silmas Johnson. And from there, I get employed and I grow in your guardsman limited. Mrs. Brown, Miss Valerie Drugan Brown.
Okay.
At software. She came across the garage once and we had a pickup there where the previous transport manager used to drive, and the pickup was parked for 2 years. It wanted clutch and pressure plate, but the Ford Ranger kind of technical to put in the gearbox. You have to twist it at an angle. If not, you have to take down 2 cross member, and those cross member rivet in at the Ford chassis.
Yeah, right.
Ford did that.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know why they did. I don't know why they did. I can't explain why.
Well, part of it is the biometrics in order to balance the front end.
Yeah, but Ford did design it. Ford did design it for you to take out the engine and the transmission together.
Yeah, but the Ford F-250 is similar to that, because if you're doing certain aspects to the engine,
they are designed to come out.
You have to drop the entire cross member, yeah,
and pull it forward.
We never
want to remove the engine. I figured out how a way to remove the gearbox without taking out the engine.
Okay.
Come kind of meticulous and me have this your driveway. If you can do it, me must can do it. So that used to drive me for me actually do not the impossible, but things that other people said them couldn't do it. I fixed that vehicle and Mrs. Brown came over and saw the vehicle idling and asked, "What's this?" I said, "What are you talking about, man?" By this now, me didn't know say she was somebody big, but I never really know why she got asked me, "What's this?" So I said, "Oh, you mean what's this? The vehicle is idling." She said, "Isn't this the van that?" I said, "I don't know. Honestly, I never know. I never know. Honestly, I never know." So probably she might believe it was something rude, but
right.
But never know.
But you were just there to work. You were just there to work on something, yeah.
Anyway, the fleet coordinator come over and explain to her, this is van, and she in astonishment. And him give me credit. Says that young man there, fix it. So she asks, "What's his name?" And him tell her Basil Saunders. Anyway, 6 months time, a job opportunity came up for me to be employed. By this now, I was making crazy money from your guys, man, as a contractor.
Okay.
Because I used to charge him like $5,000 for clutch and pressure plate for that. Suzuki Swift was 2008. And the list goes on and on. And on.
We're talking Jamaican dollars here now. It's not a lot of money.
Yes, yes. And the list goes on and on. And your Chris, before you know it, over a 3 months period, I was earning more than what the fleet coordinator was earning.
Okay.
For job work.
Yes, because each job has its specific price factor.
Correctly.
Yeah.
So they offered me a contract. I read it, and I was impressed.
Right. Because you're making too much money now, so they have to pull you in.
And she came down and used charisma. This woman put her hand on my dirty shoulder, and then I say I must walk with her. Bear in mind, no MPM garbage collector was as dirty as I am.
Right.
Was fully dirty. And the woman embraced me, put her hand over my shoulder, and walk away with me. She could have, when she finished with me, I would have worked for you free.
Free.
Yeah, man.
They call it the feminine wiles, you know?
She lyrics me fully, and tell me,
the feminine charisma is strong. Yes.
If we start a family,
I might get into a lot of trouble by saying that, but you know, she used her experience. Let's call it that.
Let me say, come on board, me have health benefits, and if me have kids and I'm a handsome young man, she know I'll make kids soon, and it's good for the kids to have health benefits from their father. And by this no, Guardsman wasn't on a contractor basis. You know, Guardsman changed now, and all companies back home in Jamaica change now.
Right.
But you sign a contract each year now with your companies. Not the first time where it continue, where you have 15 years of service. No, young lab.
Right.
1 year contract, 1 year contract, 1 year contract. I accepted, and about within 6 months, the fleet coordinator resigned. And by this now, David Bell never panic. When everybody else was your panic, David Bell calm. Because David Bell.
Yes. I remember. Yeah, I remember David Bell.
David Bell remained calm, and you went upstairs and said, "I have a man for the job." And I said, "Who?" And I said, "Basil." And everybody said, "Basil." That's a young said, "Well, you can't do it." Anyway, they run it by your Mrs. Brown, and Mrs. Brown gave it 1,000 blessings. Said, "Who?" Basil. "Yes, man, I know him well." Give him it. And from there, it was like no turning back.
Yes. So Guardsman was your first official
man.
company to work with. They gave you the start.
Yes. And from there now, I grew big. That's my wife. Honey, I'm in a Zoom meeting. I call you back in a few. You can watch on the camera. From there now, I got popular, and I got your big. David Bell resigned his work and went to Saunders.
Okay.
And Saunders decided that they were gonna start their own fleet, because by this now, Saunders used to contract out work, and then Saunders had their dealership. But what had happened? Saunders never had everything Honda. Saunders had Toyota, Isuzu, and it was costing them an arm and a leg to have vehicles at 5 different garages.
Right. So they basically consolidated everything, and then
so they decided that they want to start something. By this now, they tell David Bell say he has someone for this job, because David Bell was either Marine, you know. And despite David Bell had the experience, They never wanted to stretch him too thin.
Right.
That's a thing with Sandals. Sandals, though, if you're at Sandals to paint walls, Sandals let you concentrate on painting walls. So that's why you become a genius then. Yeah, Sandals, I'll allow you to do your work, not this cross thing where other companies have you a purchase part and have you do this and then you actually fall off along the way. You get me? Because you can't be good at everything. One is gonna fail. They flew me down to Montego Bay to meet with a Sean DaCosta. I met with him at Sandals Grand, but
I'm trying to understand the transition now. What period was this? What year was this?
This was in 2007.
Okay.
4 years, about 5-6 years after Guardsman.
Okay.
This was when me get big and established. The world know of me now. Literally the world know of me.
Right.
Yeah, me stop wear regular clothes. Me start to wear my shirt tucky now with a logo here. And some days I have on tie.
Some days you have on the tie. Okay,
yeah,
okay. So you became a big wig, as they would say.
Yes. And then there were some days to have on a blazer.
Right. Because you're going in company business, you want to look, you want to represent the company.
Yes. I got an opportunity and I went to meet with your Sean DaCosta. And bear in mind, David Bell had your coach me. This is what you're gonna ask for. However, they're gonna offer you this. Don't say no to it. Meet them halfway through, which is this. And that's style done. And you know, David Bell said, I must go back to Kingston now and I must pen a resignation letter. I never knew what you ought to write because in all honesty, I felt somewhat obligated to them. Right. Honestly. No joke. And this is not saying being a slave then. Right, you get me? But right. I felt
this was your transition from guardsman to Sandals.
Yeah. So it was difficult. So anyway, I penned something. When I penned it, I got a call from you, Mrs. Brown. My number was 990-9431. That was the company phone. And I said, VJB, come up. It was abbreviation for Valerie Jugan Brown. When it come up, it took me a while to answer. When I answered, I said, hello, as if I never look at the phone. And she said, Basil, what's this I am hearing? So I said, what's that, ma'am? She said, you know what? So I said, no, be specific. So wait a second. She said, you are resigning. I said, I got dumb.
Right. You didn't know what to tell her.
No, because she was the woman who believe
in you, right?
Yeah. Somebody obligated to her big time. And I go pretend as if
but you know, at that point, starting out, you want to make an impression and you didn't want to feel as if you're betraying the trust of someone who believed in you.
And I tell her that I want to go explore, to grow. And she said, you sure is that? I'm gonna say, yeah, I want it to your grow. And she said, come and meet me. By this now, I called David Bell immediately. I said, they want me up by group because Zine, remember, David Bell have all the experience now. David Bell has swimming big sharks, small whale, killer whale, barracuda. He have all the experience. So David Bell said, when I go up there, they're going to put you in the boardroom. They're going to put you to sit in the chairman's chair. They're going to pass a paper to you. Do not open the paper. You hear me?
Yeah. So he was basically giving a heads up of
David Bell tell me, do not open the paper. They're going to push a paper to you. Then I say, why are you leaving? Is it money? If it's money, have that. David Bell tell me not to open the paper because David Bell tell me,
in some aspects that's cheating though. You're
yes.
cheating.
Yeah. However, David Bell had to get me down to Montego Bay because David Bell already sold me.
Right. Okay.
So David Bell.
So he's doing whatever it takes to hold on to the. He's doing whatever it takes to hold on to the talent.
His credibility would have been tarnished. Plus, the operation there would have your failed because David Bell already said, "I have the solution."
Yes.
He told Granwood Stewart that I have the solution. You know, you have the problem. I have a solution for it. The solution is Basil Saunders. Anyway, David Bell said, remember that you already told, you already accepted an offer from your someone. And he explained to me that you are young, don't go against your word now. When you're much older, you can fool around, but don't fool around now. It will travel with you for years to come.
Yes. At that time, you need to concentrate on
you. Anyway, I explained to you, Vinny Walia and Sana Sadana, because Sana came in after, give me, I like it's about, you must be crazy. You know that crazy eye? You must be crazy, boy, you're leaving. Anyway, I never met with Mr. B. Anyway, I never opened the paper. I went to Montego Bay. When I go to Montego Bay now, Chris, Mobay was totally different. When I got to your Mobay, Chris, no one supported me. No one assisted me. No one guided me.
What was your first initial reaction? What prompted that?
No, Montegonians, they are clinging. They don't open up to you until they actually find out about you. But you're from Montego Bonans to open up to you. You have to actually prove yourself that you don't need them.
So we're talking about the two Jamaicas here.
Yes. Montego Bay, hold on. Montego Bay is totally different from your
from Kingston. Yeah, I've heard.
No, Montego Bay is different from everywhere in Jamaica.
In Jamaica,
you can use Kingston skill in every parish except Montego Bay. Ask anyone who you go right there. By this now, I had problem for something, but what they never knew. They saw me well dressed. They never knew that I could have do the work physically.
Right.
So there was an existing mechanic there now that they used to use to do oil service, and I was told that he's on my staff and this is blah 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 blah. When I give him duties to do, he would have dragged his foot. The intention was to get me out. One evening, I decided not you to actually go home, Chris, because by this now I had 6 vehicles in the shop. I work the night until before day the next morning till 1:15 a.m. But you bear in mind, I had support previously from guardsman.
Right.
So the guardsman mechanic there come across and you assisted me. Okay. Tomorrow morning, when they come out to work, everything out.
Yes.
I stopped give my 2 contracted mechanics work now. When they come there, I never sign no work to them. Psychologically, man.
Yes. Okay.
They weren't earning no. I did that for 1 month straight until everyone come back around. And from there, it was smooth sailing.
Smooth sailing.
Fast forward, I decided that I want to come back to Kingston. When I come back to Kingston, I was hiding. Mrs. Brown got your word that I am back in Kingston. I don't know how. She asked me what I'm doing. And let me tell you who. Major Lewin.
So this was 2007. So I'm trying to put the maths together. 2007.
This was about 2014 now.
2014. Okay, so how long did you stay with Saunders?
Saunders, I did 5.5 to 6 years, I think.
Okay.
Don't confuse yourself too much with the maths. By this now,
we're trying to use the timeline, because remember, experience gain the knowledge, right? And you have just given us a holistic view of where you started, where you transitioned from Saunders, marksman, guardsman group, right?
Here, when I leave Saunders, you can do your maths, which is easy. When Saunders took over the Autobahn group, the VW contract, a year after that. Exactly a year after that.
Okay.
Yeah, that was when time the fleet decided to change all. When they started to actually do, they said all foreign vehicles, which was not dealer vehicle, they start to get rid of them. Like the Toyota, the Isuzu. So They were using
all the deals straight with that's when the Amarok and all those vehicles started taking over the fleet.
Automatically, my duties was getting less and less, and my relevance was becoming. You know what I mean? I don't need to explain.
I mean, it's corporate changes, and at the same time, now the guys at the top always want to put the
I was
who
coming
they,
somewhat
are compatible
obsolete.
with. Yeah,
I was gonna become obsolete, but before that, I decided to resign. Spoke to Wayne Cummins, and Wayne Cummins reassured me that he was gonna keep my existing team. And I have something about me. Whenever I am leaving a job, I always mitigate for my team, ensure that they are okay when I'm leaving.
They're okay. Yeah, well, that's a sign. That's a sign of good management, because in order to communicate with your staff, have them working as a team, but at the same time, you gain that trust and let them know exactly what is going to happen, right? But the another question, thanks for that, that walk back in time in history, as you call it. But how has the total fleet operations changed since you started out? Since you first started, how has it changed during that 14-year period that you were in it?
Vehicles have longer warranty period no on it, and vehicle has your a shelf life now. So expertise don't really serve a valid role again. I can give you a simple thing. Isuzu will give you a engine and tell you that the engine lasts you 500,000 miles.
Okay.
And after that, Zine start to hemorrhage, meaning Zine start to spin. And you would be stupid to repair that. Automatically you either buy a engine or you change out the whole unit. However, days gone by, if it was a Leland, it would have lasted forever.
Right.
I would have had a job similar. 250,000 miles, we would have overall the engine, new rings, new piston, board back again, and all the things. So those things start to transition, or those things start to
yes. I remember back in the days with diesel, you could change the pistons, change the rings, change Conrad bearings, main bearings.
Yes.
You re-sleeve. Either bore engine, and you go 50 millimeter up, or 20 millimeter down, and then you have a brand new engine all over again.
Here or the change of the engine, here the transition that they made. They start to use white metal to make engine block now.
Yes, they move away from cast iron.
And then, however, the cylinder head was still cast iron.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You remember Cummins had a white bottom and a cast iron top. So they were moving away. So what had happened? Things had started to your transition. So instead of I would have actually go in and your repair engine, those days done. They call you overseas by a short block, they call it, where it come with the Conrad, the piston and everything. And when you get it to Jamaica, it's in a pin on your cylinder head on it and fit it in. Yeah, so my days start to get
trickle down, because they don't need all that heavy duty work anymore.
Yes. And you don't need experience again to your diagnose problem.
Okay. Yeah. We've seen that now in today's system, because of technology. Everybody has their diagnostic tool. They just plug in, run the chassis number, the VIN number, whatever they want to call it over here, and then it automatically tells you what the problems are.
This gone you by. I could have tell you to start the engine, and I tell to say bring your the idle to your 1200, and I listen to the engine. Then I look at the pipe, the exhaust pipe, and I tell you that pump needs your calibration. And you're 9 out of 10 times I am right. No, those days are you done.
Yeah. And we've seen that. We're witnessing that right now. They're trying to have driverless cars on the road right now, which is something that is still debatable, but we're gonna get there, but maybe not our lifetime. So,
well, it is actually there, Zin is just for us to accept it.
Mm-hmm.
I am enthused about it somewhat. for example, no, I don't do mechanic work again. I
Right.
ought to do it. I do it at work, but not on a huge level. I would do
Right.
minor stuff, minor nuts and bolts here, something loose, sharpen something, but nothing your major.
Because you have persons like yourself who have the experience within the industry, and you are known by your family, quite a number of friends. So you will have your garage, your own private garage, and persons will come to you, and you still can do the basic stuff, such as, you know, you can do an oil change, you can change shocks, you can change disc pads and rotors, you can do transmission mount, you can do basically some of the, still a lot of the heavy lifting stuff, right? Because
Yes.
and these are some of the things why I'm having this discussion, because a lot of dealerships now, that's the main focus of this panel, of this discussion, is just that a lot of dealers have been having a lot of competition, but the competition actually comes from persons like yourself who have a number of years in the industry, who have following up the industry, and you, at any point in time, you can just go ahead and say, look, I'm going to start my own garage, right?
Yes.
I already have the expertise.
People like me affect dealer, but at your same time, we need to look on the fact that dealer invest money to make money, you know.
Yes. Well, that's what a business is all about, yeah.
For example, Volkswagen came out with something. We'll finally solve it now. Do you know that Volkswagen rear brakes is fully electric? You have to go back to the dealer, take it to replace the disc pads. But we finally figure it out now. We get around that with your short codes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You get me?
It's just like a brand new car. The car rolls off the manufacturing line. It takes a while for the copycats to manufacture certain parts for it.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So they will get
Correct.
the car, they will get the mold, and they will just go to factory and build replicas, and then in another 3 to 6 months, everything starts to roll off. It doesn't take a very long time. Hence, the competition will always be there, right? But another question I want to ask you is that what were some of your biggest challenges you faced, right, while working in the fleet management industry?
Lack of support from some dealers.
Okay.
And this lack of support from some dealers, I can't really blame the dealer per se fully, because let me tell you why. Toyota will produce a truck, and they will produce the truck on the rush because they are competing with your Nissan and other manufacturers. Right. Toyota never tests that truck fully to know the downfall and the ups and down of the truck. You know, import 4,000 of those trucks, and I buy 1,000 of them from you. However, right, I put those your trucks through your vigorous things, and these trucks start to break. For example, I can use Sprinter. Guardsman, I'd gotten some Sprinter Mercedes with your fiberglass front end.
Right.
Which one makes with a fiberglass? However, those vehicles in the USA run on nice, pretty road.
Yeah. Not in Jamaica at all.
When we send it go around Portland, it's drop off the road, and that fiberglass cross member brake.
Yes, definitely. Roads are bad, yeah.
However, the dealer has parts that your overseas dealer tell them that these are the used parts. So the dealer will have a few rotors, a drive shaft. The dealer never import no cross member. So what happened now? That vehicle is out of commission for at least sometimes 4 months.
4 months.
Until you, the dealer, get your parts.
Yeah.
But sometime back then, I used to blame dealer, said they are not ready for business, they don't know what they're doing. But with knowledge, I kind of figured out that manufacturers make vehicle under rush. They don't test these vehicles at all.
Yeah.
So when it come home to me, and I start to not really abuse them, but I start to work them the right way and with the road condition.
But to be fair to manufacturer also, Basil, is just that a lot of dealers rush these vehicles as well, right? Just to give you some inside information, because I remember working at a particular dealership. We imported some cars. that were not built for the Jamaican environment, the climate, and on all these things, right? And then at another dealership where I worked, of course, we brought in a car, and then we took turns driving that car over and over. We record the mileage, record the gas usage, record the maintenance, record a lot of the things. So the thing about it is that while one dealer will be proactive in, making sure that this car is
that everything
and ready.
Is right.
Exactly. Another dealer will not do that. They will just go
numbers. He might do numbers. He want getting numbers for sell vehicle.
Exactly.
But the thing is, that's where me, the consumer, get hurt.
Right. Because there's no consistency about
doing the test run. I shouldn't be your laboratory. You should have been your laboratory, test that vehicle, and then stand by your product and say, watch a Basil. This vehicle is the right vehicle for your fleet.
Yes. I remember some time ago, just to fast forward, I think a fleet company wanted to buy a particular vehicle, and they tested all 3 pickups at the same time, took them on which was it, the longest hill, which was the
I remember that.
That 5.5 kilometers highway.
I remember that clearly. I can tell you all the vehicles who
went there, and put a load behind it. And put the load behind it and say, this is what we wanted to do.
The vehicle who came on top, I ended up purchasing one of them. I never purchased it because I want something pretty. I purchased it because I want something durable.
Exactly. So I'm saying that, like I said, I'm just playing devil's advocate. It goes both ways. The dealer should be prepared, but also the fleet management now, such as yourself, who understand the system. Not everybody has that experience. So I'm just trying to lay it right out there. You get what I'm saying? I'm just trying to, make it fair for everyone.
And fleet management without passion, you can't survive in it.
Right.
You know why? When you have 65 drivers, you have 65 different attitude, and you have 65 different driving style.
Yes.
You have a truck that will only use rear tires only.
Mm-hmm.
I have a next truck that don't have that symptoms, none at all. Right. You have a next truck that will use clutch and pressure plate every month. I have other trucks that the clutch and pressure plate never change. Mm-hmm. So that's where fleet management becomes challenging, because when you have 60 different drivers, you have 60 different individuals, and you have 60 different driving style. What's some company feel with? Some company try and use a broad brush to paint everything. For example, I can call him when I was with your guardsman. Remember, you have guardsman in Otrius, Montego Bay, Kingston, and your Portland Ochi. Mm-hmm. That's 4 different trucks, despite they're the same brand, it's 4 different driving conditions. From Mobile to your Ochi and all to Negril is your pure flat road. So that truck don't use clutch.
Right.
However, that truck will use tires,
yeah.
The Mandeville truck now have a whole per hills to climb. That truck won't use tire. It will use clutch and pressure plate.
Yeah.
And diesel. The Otrius truck, all they use tire. However, it need radiator, the cooling system, because why? It will stay in traffic in Otrius town.
And for throttle,
75%
stop and go traffic,
They stop and go. So we're talking about 4 Fords, but it's 4 different applications, and all of them don't have the same problem. But now you will come in now and ask the question, how comes the Otrius truck is using radiator, but it's the mobile truck not using radiator? Because it is 4 different terrain.
Yeah. And then you at least it takes a lot of it takes some kind of intellect to to understand those processes going forward, because you can't just analyze all trucks are the same, right? But
you want me to tell you next
you're going through different conditions, and the driver.
You want me to tell you next secret? You want me to tell you next secret for fleet management? This is a psychological thing now. Let each driver own a truck. When you're referring to the vehicle, refer to the vehicle as Paul truck, not the company's truck. you're working on Paul's truck today.
Yeah.
Mentally, no, Paul have that in his head that this truck belongs to him. Paul takes better care of that your truck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man. That is
that's why the North American system here different, if you notice, because
yes.
we have a lot more owner operators, right?
Yes.
We have a lot more owner operators.
That is one secret of fleet management where it is the first time I share it.
Okay.
You
I'm
glad
I share it here.
You call the vehicle
by
the driver name.
By the driver's name, yeah.
And I don't know if you notice some trucks up here, when you look on your side, you will see name on it like your Mike, Rick, James, Paul, Everett. Yeah. You name the truck after the driver.
That's a very interesting way to look at it. Yeah.
You see, when you go inside that cab, it's as clean. But you see, when you have a vehicle where 4-person drive, when no one own it, you spend on that vehicle more than you actually spend on 5 vehicles.
Yeah, we know that because you and I, we were in the industry together and we saw how the police vehicles were treated. So I mean, from one
name a vehicle, give a vehicle to a driver.
Yes.
And you say when that driver is on day off, you see if that vehicle has to drive, get him involved in it. Ask him, who you think we should give your vehicle to operate while you're here or not
and
here?
He will select who he wants to drive it.
It is politics, but it is positive politics.
Yes.
He will call and say, let Chris drive it. Before Chris go in it, Chris will get a call. Boss man, make sure you take care of my baby, you know.
Yeah.
And when we come to work tomorrow, make sure it's not dirty, you know.
Definitely.
When you finish working that bus, you ensure say it is clean. That's a secret.
Yeah.
Let each driver own a vehicle. You can't go wrong right there.
Yeah.
That is superb.
Yeah, absolutely. Tricks in trade. I hope persons watching this are taking notes. So
you want cut costs for it?
You share now trade secrets right here.
You want cut costs by your 30%? Get the operator involved in the finance.
Okay.
When you buy parts for him vehicle, let him see the bill.
Okay. Yeah.
You let him see the bill. When you buy parts, you're not threatening me. You say, we'll buy some stuff here, boss. This is it. And you show him your total. Him appreciate that your equipment more than how you appreciate it.
Yeah. Get
him involved financially.
They will have some form of ownership in it.
Yeah. And you see the facility now while they're at, because the fleet manager come with your facility too. You say usage, things like your water and your electricity. You get them involved in it. So you let them know everything. And they become police for the whole operation. You have drivers go in bus and switch off bus and say, watch out, you're idle out diesel.
Right.
It is because of you, my bonus shot last year.
Yes.
You get them involved financially. You can't lose. But some companies believe, say, to keep drivers on the outside because they are just operators.
Yeah, no. in HR, we call it the buying factor or something like that.
No.
Yeah.
You get them involved in all aspects of the whole operation. How much it costs for insurance? Whenever we have an accident, don't keep the accident bill a secret.
Right. Let
everyone know that this cost the company $480,000. And you will cut accidents. A driver will become much more cautious. Yeah, definitely.
A point I wanted to do is to go back to the dealership. What are your suggestions or recommendations to dealerships when dealing directly with fleet management?
It is difficult for them to actually look after people like me effectively, because they're under pressure to do sale, Remember?
Yeah, but I mean, if they're in the business to sell you a fleet of vehicles.
Yes.
They're in the business to supply you parts. and they're also in the business, right, to collaborate with you and to partner with you whenever you need information and expertise in how to keep those vehicles on the road, right? So that should be an obligation to them. So why would you say it's difficult?
It comes with experience. Without experience, some of them they can't really service my needs fully. Pretend I am dealing with a young parts person then, or a young dealership then. He will buy you a fleet of vehicles, sell it to me. He doesn't have no much experience, and then whenever the vehicle break, his support is limited to me.
Yeah, but that's not your problem.
Yeah, but
remember, that's not your problem. That's their problem to have the right. Hold on, that's their problem to have the right person in place to deal with persons like you, like yourself, to handle your account. You get what I'm saying? It's called a job fit personality. So I mean,
yeah.
But anyway, continue. It's I'm willing to hear this.
I can give you a scenario once. We wanted to upgrade some of your vans that you have to something much more luxurious then, because the Mercedes, they have the emblem and all that, but when the guest is inside of your vehicle, the guests don't really know what exactly they're inside of. They're in AC, music is your on, the driver is entertaining them. We got some vehicles to actually do a test run here once, and the vehicles feel miserable. AC unit breakdown, and the dealer couldn't really give me much of support. It all come back down to the thing again. The vehicles never get enough time to be tested.
Right.
And then they will test these vehicles on some of your terrains what are flat. They will drive them from your New Jersey, just using the USA as an example, to your California, and so they put on 1 million miles on your vehicle. So the engine is your great. Yeah. But when it come out to Jamaica, to me, it has a whole heap of stop and go to your go through.
Yeah.
It has traffic. Then it has
a lot of hills to climb, and a lot of turns, and a lot of bumps in the road. Yeah.
Plus the tropical weather.
With Jamaican roads.
Yes, plus the tropical weather.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah.
And I'm not taking up for the dealer. It is unfair to him local sometimes, because he doesn't have your adequate support. And I've seen big dealership fail local companies. I can use, the company that I'm talking about. That fast diesel pickup, the extremely fast one, the fastest diesel pickup ever come out to Jamaica. Those vehicles never last in no time.
No time, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Who am I to your blame? Be honest now. You don't expect me to blame the dealer in our honesty.
Well, in
some
of it, because it comes from experience again, Basil, because they could have at least gave you a vehicle and said, look, here's a test run. Keep it for another 3 to 6 months and let me know what's happening.
You have that aspect, and that come from experience. The next dealer, I think about numbers.
Well, yeah, it's all about numbers for a lot of dealers, because
you can't apply your passion where you have to other folks. I tell you, this thing work off a passion, and without passion, you can't survive.
Yeah, and it comes with experience. Yeah.
You find excuse because you have a passion for it. Not everyone have your drive and your passion, Chris. You have to remember that. So who am I to blame in that case? I couldn't blame the local dealer for that. I had to blame the parent company. If I blame the local dealer, I would have been unfair there, despite is them sell it to me.
Yeah.
But
because
it would be unfair, Chris, man.
In another interview I did previous to yours, I was speaking to Devin, and he said he transitioned from Toyota to now Honda. And I asked him, what's the difference? And he said, the processes. He said, one manufacturer, their processes are outlined. So you can go to their process and know exactly what to do. If there's a problem, there is a fix for the problem. The other one is just straight troubleshooting as you go along. So I fully understand.
Mercedes is known for that. When you hook up that star, I forgot the diagnostic machine. It outlines from A, B, C to solve problem.
Yeah.
Mercedes is known for that. That's why Mercedes customers spend so much money to repair simple problems, you know.
Yeah.
Because to reach to your this, you know, Benz tell you, say you have to walk around the road before you pick up this bottle, you know. Toyota and Honda send you directly to this bottle.
Yeah.
So who should I blame? I can't blame the local dealer. It would have been unfair for me to blame them.
Okay. Okay.
So don't use your expertise and your knowledge and say no. Not everyone have your expertise and your knowledge. Chris, remember when I used to come down to your Toyota Jamaica? I used to come there with confidence, knowing that I was going to get what I want, you know. Don't believe I used to come down there because my friend work there, you know. I know where I'm going. I'm getting what I want. And if I don't get it there, you give me a solution. They can't compare you to others.
Well, that's, yeah.
Think it through. Think about it.
Well, I'm flattered because
push me aside.
I had a passion for what I love, what I did, and I loved what I do. So that's basically. And
I'll come back down to my genesis of my argument. Passion.
Yeah.
Passion. It come back down to what me say passion. Push me aside and you ask somebody else who used to deal with you direct, and they will tell you the same thing what I tell you.
Yeah.
If Toyota Jamaica don't have it, all right then, let me show you a typical example. I bought a Cressida once, a Royal Saloon, wanted CV giant boot. Toyota Jamaica had stopped selling those parts. And you gave me the perfect solution. And next man will tell me for God check this and check that, check birds. You tell me where exactly to go. And when I went there, it was there.
Yeah.
You ensure that if you're at Toyota, you own every single Toyota. When you're at Ford, you own every single Ford. And next man now apply that application. So don't take up for other people. You are totally different.
Well, I mean, well, thanks.
No, I'm not taking the flat here. I'm to talk you the facts.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We try. The thing about it, it's all about customer service, trying to make the customer happy at all times. You get what I'm saying? And if you're working in that industry, you have to be solution oriented. And like you said, it comes with passion. You have to be solution oriented, right? Just like your story now, you started out when you were 18, but at the same time now you figured out a way how to drop that engine without removing the gearbox and all these things. You get what I'm saying? Because you had a passion for what you did. So it comes right down to the passion. And right throughout the years, what I've noticed, my going inside dealerships now and speaking one-on-one with a lot of the employees within it, I could tell from off the bat if these persons understand exactly what they're saying or what they're doing. So you're right. You have to love what you do. You have to love what you do.
And then this fast-paced kind of and then let me take it back. I was gonna say this fast-paced kind of mash up the industry, but at the same time, the industry as changed drastically. As I said, these vehicles comes with a shelf life now.
Yeah.
So
on that note, before you go forward, on that note, how should we prepare for a ever-changing market? I mean, a new model practically comes out almost every year now, because you will have a full model change, but the following year you have minor changes like the headlights and the backlight and the bumper, and you will have certain different aspects of the engine. Instead of the water hose running from the outlet down to the bottom. Now they just carry it across to another section of the engine, right? So they're always changing as you go along. But how do we prepare for a market now? Say, for instance, the troubleshooting that you mentioned earlier that they used to do. It is no longer there because the technology is there now to assist, right? So how do we get around that without being married to the dealer?
That's kind of tricky, you know.
Or put it another way, how will the dealer now compete with an ever-changing market of all these technology now that the average man can just go on Amazon and get all the tools and the equipment he needs?
The dealer will forever now run at a loss. A lot of people don't know that dealer makes money from selling parts. People believe that selling vehicle, that's a money-making thing, you know. Selling a vehicle is just a complement. It's selling parts.
But a lot of dealers still don't understand that part, because remember, let me tell you, I was surprised when I came to North America and when I asked at least where I was working before, when I asked them what the absorption rate is, they couldn't tell me.
No, they can't. And it all come back down to the shelf life of vehicle. Remember that they give these cars a shelf life, you know.
Yeah.
Either 100,000 miles or what, 3 years? Am I right?
3 years, yeah. Or 60,000 kilometers or 1 year, yeah.
Yeah. You know the maths. After that, they are not responsible for it again. They have no obligation again to that vehicle.
Yeah, I know.
They have no obligation again to that vehicle.
And then you have some customers now, once the warranty is out, they wash their hands from the dealer and they gone somewhere else.
Yes.
But that vehicle still needs to be serviced.
That's where me and you comes in now. That's how me and you stay alive.
Mm-hmm.
So the dealer create loopholes for us, you know.
Right.
When that vehicle becomes outside a warranty, you know, that's how that vehicle reach my garage. That's why it is still viable for you to open a garage now with this market.
Right.
Because after the warranty is up on that vehicle, the dealer owes that customer no obligation. Even when you carry the dealer there.
Unless there's a recall.
Yes. Unless there's a recall. But if not, the dealer don't owe that customer no obligation. That's where me and you come into play now. That's where me and you become relevant now. Because that customer is this car's second owner. They like the car. They want to get you the car running. That's where me and you know will actually come, and then we will get it up and running. And then parts manufacturer give me and you leverage now. Yeah. Because days gone by, they will sell you this part. Now they are recommending you to buy this part and rotor. Yeah. And then give you a warranty on it. And then you can pass that warranty to your customer. Yeah. So you see, all dealers let us remain relevant somewhat. Because used cars will always be around, you know. Yeah, because don't be fooled. The dealer create that market. Yeah. Don't be fooled by this whole new car and all these new manufacturers. I even saw a new electric car out now, start with your E. EN. I have to go Google it. It start with your E. I've never heard the name. When I Google the company, it has no affiliation with your no car manufacturers. Manufacturer, yeah. Because that's another thing with the electric car company now. They don't have any dealerships. You just go online, you order a car, yes, and the car comes directly to your door. So yes, I mean they're cutting out the middleman, which is the dealer. Exactly. However, these vehicles going to still need to be repaired. Yeah. Because not everyone can afford a new vehicle. So me isn't obsolete yet, you know. No, not yet. Yeah, not yet. We still become, when we become that, then we won't be interested in this field. Yeah. We'll move on to something else. So at present, we are still relevant. Think about it. After the warranty is up on that vehicle, the car still needs to be repaired.
Repaired, yes, definitely, yeah.
And if you buy a used vehicle, you are not gonna take it to the dealer to get it serviced.
Yeah.
Think it through. You gotta do it yourself, and then the aid are YouTube now, DIY.
Yeah.
You ever
Yeah,
watch
and there's a lot, because anything you need to find, it's on YouTube.
Yes. When I watch some of those YouTube videos, I started about, I don't need to give people no advice again. They can go watch YouTube and actually figure it out.
And figure it out, yeah. You just need the proper tools.
Say the car splutter whenever it climb hill, they can go YouTube and two guys on there have similar problem. Tell them the fix, tell them the solution.
Yeah. Because back in the days we used to join forums, and then you will go in the forums and you type in and you wait for a response. And yeah.
Yes.
Forums are still relevant, but they're not as popular as before.
But here the advantage now, not everyone is a DIY person.
Yeah.
Paul and Bob will fix their own vehicle using YouTube.
Yeah.
Rick, Sheila, Sonia, Brian will not fix it. He will take it to his local mechanic.
Yeah.
So the industry isn't really, we are not obsolete yet, you know. And fleet management, despite all them fleet management programs and software, you still need human. The fact that human operate these vehicles, you still need human to administrate over it.
Yeah, and that's another topic all to itself, about how companies should use people as a strategic advantage to propel their company forward. But that falls under HR practices.
Yes.
Which a lot of people don't utilize, because you have things like a balanced scorecard system and KPAs and key performance areas and all these things. So like I said,
and people people don't understand the importance of those things. People believe employ someone.
Yeah.
He has the necessary certification.
Yeah.
You put him in your vehicle and you give him and dispatch call him, send him a note to your phone, and it uploaded on his GPS system same time, and then it's the GPS system tell him to follow the route, and then your GPS system even tell him which bay to back in, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
The GPS even tell him to back up in bay 3, you know.
Yeah.
Which is a reefer bay, you know. When he got there, bay 3 is empty, waiting for him.
Yeah.
When he backs up now, I have been to your company where the truck back up, the smart forklift go in there and start scan parts, and they remove pallet and then take it out. I have seen it.
Yeah, I believe you, because
I have seen it.
Couple years ago, when I was working with Toyota, a container comes in and it takes us 4 or 5 guys to climb up and put the chain around the box, and we use a forklift and pull, and they use a crowbar, and then 2 man try to lift it down. The forklift will come, put the blades under, lift it out. When I started traveling now, and I went to, I think it was Trinidad, was one of the first places I went, and they had a bay. The truck backs up. One guy with a forklift just drive right in, take out the part, go right. Just one person empty a 40-foot container, and I'm saying, wow, you get what I'm saying? So this was way back in like 2003.
No, humans not half road again. The forklift as it's in your roads, that is your drive and in your warehouse.
Yeah.
It goes up to the box,
yeah.
scan the load, see the load, and then drop the blade, lift it out, and then take it back, and then take it around the spot. And while it is stacking, the inventory system is being updated as we speak.
Yeah. I saw that at the Toyota factory in I don't want to pronounce the name right. Wrong, sorry. In Japan, right? When I went to Toyota City, one forklift just go around on a truck, and then it's just scan the parts, lift, and then it's, put the parts on the conveyor belt, and then the belt goes down, and then it drops off into the various baskets.
Yes.
Basket goes over to somewhere else.
Yes.
It's over again, and then you have the various trucks at the various bays. Then there's no human element anywhere near there. So that's how advanced it was. And I'm talking way back in 2009. So
Exactly.
you can imagine what is happening now, right? I mean, Amazon is showing us the way to logistics right now. So it's nothing new.
In 2009, Mobile One sponsored myself and your 3 more Jamaicans to come on a tour, a knowledge tour. They selected three movers and your shapers then. And I was part of that. 3 movers and your 3 shapers.
Yeah.
So Mobile One, I have pictures to online with even the Mobile One Formula One car. And I signed disclaimer. I can't discuss certain things, but I can discuss small things. There is a robot there, a forklift that actually go for each formula to make it. They use Basil and they use different things. There is no human element. So you can't have a case where a bad batch of oil go out.
Yeah.
A bad batch of oil can't go out. It is next to impossible.
Yeah.
For a bad batch of oil to go out. A software scan it and take 4 ounces of this, 5 ounces of that, 6 ounces of that, and 10 ounce base oil. And that's the formula.
Yeah.
Then you have a cheaper grade oil now, where they don't attach themselves. They are bin when they are washing out, they are bin. That oil sells to someone else.
Yeah.
And then
so nothing is wasted.
No, nothing is wasted. But that oil don't have no affiliation to them. They don't own it. They don't own you nothing.
Yeah.
Me and you buy that oil now, get one bottle with the FARS API sign on it.
Yeah.
Then you ship it to countries like your Jamaica, Nigeria, Trinidad, China. No, not China. I mean, the Caribbean.
Yeah, some of the developing country. Yeah.
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 So humans, the human element towards certain things are being pushed aside.
Yeah.
So you have fleet management, yes, but without the human,
yeah,
it can be effective.
Yeah.
Mark, yeah. Amazon proved to us, yes, but at the same time, you have to have human being it because you have humans operating the vehicle.
Yes. Then you have humans dropping off everything, yeah.
Yes.
Well, right now, because they're talking about drones and all these things for the future. So
and that won't happen for you now. You can make your changes in a Chris, to be realistic,
Yeah.
But at what cost? I always ask your folks, they say they want to do this and you don't want to do that. But at what cost?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to analyze the cost benefit factor and what value. At the end of the day, you have to look at what value is it adding to, all the stakeholders involved. So that is one of the paramount thing. You have to look at it from a holistic point of view. Not many persons have that vision and have that understanding neither. But hopefully we'll get there somewhere when everybody can be on the same page. But because everything is profit driven, it's difficult to see beyond the human element at times. And at the same time now, the largest factor that everyone deals with is the overinflated ego. So, and that's a whole different ball game, right?
No, that's for a different discussion. That's for a different day.
Yeah.
That's, if I tell you some of your stories, what I got through. I remember buying a vehicle once from a particular dealer. I was young, just like guys, man, fresh. Name just started to make. And the dealer tell me that he already get me and Mr. Benjamin money. I must leave his place. That's not his problem again. 10 years after that, I was at the next company and that dealer sent down a whole fleet of vehicles. They sent down a truck, they sent down a bus, a pickup, and a car. Yeah. A SUV for us to test.
To test, yeah.
Yeah. And I sent him back here to Kingston. And I remind him who I am.
Yeah.
and I remind him of the day that I was in his office.
Yeah.
I remind him the exact day. And I tell him that I ain't going nowhere. I am here to stay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the lesson, so the lessons learned. Never you burn your bridges. Because it's a small industry, you know. It's a very, very small industry.
You can't call me evil if you want. It felt good.
I know.
It felt good.
A lot of people have been through situations like that. I can relate, trust me. But but Basil, if we sit here and talk and go down memory lane, trust me, it's gonna be a long episode. So first off, I want to thank you again for joining me.
Yes,
and hopefully
my pleasure.
we can catch up again from here and do more videos as we go through, because there's going to be a lot more topics coming up, right?
And my closing statements, I don't want to speak, is passion. Without passion, nothing happens.
Nothing happens. You have to love what you do and do what you love.
Without that, you're wasting your time.
True.
You might fool yourself, you know, but without passion for it, you're wasting your time.
Definitely.
Passion is the word of the day today.
Of the day.
For this
passion.
For this year of this interview. You can call it passion.
Passion.
Yeah, without a passion, there is nothing.
I will.
I will
definitely make a note of that.
You can think it through, and passion has to be involved in everything.
Yes.
Knowledge, yes, you know, but you have to have a passion to you apply it still.
Yes.
Experience, but you still have to have a passion to you apply it.
To apply it, yes.
Because you can become a body, you know. When I say a body, meaning you come to work, you get the standard operating procedures. If X happen, you do B. If B happen, you go to C. Yeah. That is just your body. But you have some folks that are passionate. When time A happen, he solve A right there before it reaches B.
Yeah.
That's where passion comes in.
Yes.
That's why I feel comfortable flying with an old pilot that looks like he drinks. He has experience and he has a passion.
Yeah.
When there's an engine failure, he knows what exactly to do. A young pilot, on the other hand, has to go through all of his steps. And if you watch movies, you will see that there is a procedure where pilots go through, lift this, prime this, blah blah blah, to restart engine.
Yeah.
But a seasonal pilot knows that to shut the fuel off, let it stay there for a while, then fire it up.
Yeah.
But a young pilot got through the steps. All of those steps, the plane started to do this faster and faster. By the time the engine starts, you make the 7 o'clock news. Flight 703 went down over the Gulf. So if my pilot is old and he look like he was drinking earlier, I will sleep on that flight. But if he's young,
so like the Denzel Washington movie there, the
yes,
one
man.
was a pilot had to fly the plane upside down.
Upside down, yes. If he's too young, I worry the whole time. I worry. When I'm going to Canada, if he's too young, I worry a minute.
Yeah.
On the cheese. Yeah. But when he's old, I fall asleep like a baby.
Yes,
so Chris, it was my pleasure being here.
Thank you, Basil.
And I did my homework from all the things that you sent me.
Yes.
So the fact that I write it down, it is actually here. I learned that from a Chinese. When I was in China, the Chinese guy told me that if I want to retain something, write it down.
Write it down, yeah.
Yeah. And after you don't have to look at it again. The fact that you did this, your brain and it connect.
Yeah, that is true. They call it neural pathways, but that's
I don't know what it did. I never asked him. But he told me that, and a next friend told me that memory fail, but the ink, it's longer to feel.
Yeah, we grew up in primary school. We learn what do we call it? What the poem? Labor before learn before you grow old.
Yes.
Because learning is better than silver and gold.
Goal.
Yeah.
Aye.
Yeah. It comes back sometimes. But Basil, thank you
It was
again. Right?
anytime, Chris.
Yeah, man. Have yourself a good night.
Same to you, my brother. Thanks
All
much.
right, cool. Give thanks.